Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to start our second chapter of history, that is Rise and Spread of Islam. So let's start. Prophet Muhammad was the founder of Islam, and Islam is one of the three major religions along with Judaism and Christianity that profess monotheism. Monotheism. This we have earlier done in our earlier chapter. What is the meaning of monotheism? It is the belief in a single God. And the word Islam is an Arabic word which means surrender. Surrender to God. And the follower of Islam is called Muslim or Mohammedan, which in Arabic means one who surrenders to God. Now let's see the background of Islam. Background. Islam emerged in the Arabian Peninsula as a spin off of both Judaism and Christianity. Within 2 centuries after its rise in the 7th century, Islam spread from its original home in Arabia into Syria, Egypt, North Africa, and Spain to the west, and into Persia, India, and by the end of the 10th century, beyond to the east. Geographical settings. Many Arab dynasties occupied Arabia at this time, means in 500 AD. Nomadic herders called Bedouins used camels to cross the desert to pasture when seasons changed, and these Bedouins traded with Arabs all around peninsula. Now I will give you the preview of the chapter. Mecca. Mecca was a booming market town at the crossroad of two main caravan routes. One linked Arabia with Palestine and the Mediterranean coast. The second one crossed from Mesopotamia to Africa. Pilgrims. Pilgrims means a person who travel a long way to visit a religious place. So pilgrims also went there on pilgrimage. They prayed at the Kaaba, an ancient shrine the Arabs believed to be built by Abraham. During this time, the Arabs were pagans. The Kaaba was filled with many idols in which the people prayed to. And in next slides, you will see the pictures of Mecca and Kaaba. Birth of Islam. He was born in Mecca about 570 AD. He belonged to the Hashim tribe. When he was young, he worked as a shepherd among the Bedouins. Later, he led caravans across the desert and became a successful merchant. And when he was 25, he married Khadija, a wealthy widow, and was a devoted father and husband. Some 40 years later, when he was meditating in a cave near Mecca, in what is now Saudi Arabia, he experienced a vision of Archangel Gabriel, who declared Muhammad to be the messenger of God. This is known as first revelation. Muhammad was terrified. How could an illiterate merchant become the messenger of God? But his wife encouraged him to accept the call. In fact, she was the first convert of Islam. As I told you earlier, also, Islam means submission or to submit to God or to surrender to God. He spent the rest of his life spreading Islam, urging Arabs to give up the false gods and praise Allah. At first, a few people listened to the teachings of Muhammad. He gained some followers but mostly developed many enemies. His rejection of traditional Arab gods angered Meccans, who feared this would anger their gods and trade would be disregarded. As Prophet Muhammad went about preaching Islam, all the tribes who earlier quarreled with another became united by their belief in Allah. However, the Prophet's preaching upset his enemies, who thought him to be dangerous and plotted to get rid of him. So, in AD 622, Muhammad had to leave Mecca and flee to Medina, along with his family and a band of faithful followers. This flight from Mecca to Medina was called the Hijr, in Arabic meaning migration. All Muslims use AD 622 as the year one of their calendar. When he reached Medina, he was welcomed as a ruler and lawgiver. Others soon began to accept Islam. With the strong enough following, Muhammad returned to Mecca and defeated the non believers in battle. For the last years of his life, he worked to unite all Arabs under the banner of Islam. He died in 632, possibly poisoned. The faith that he proclaimed continued to spread to the point in which it is one of the world's main religion. It is world's second largest with 1.3 billion followers. Islam, some quick facts. Islam has quick ties to prophets and teachers of Judaism and Christianity. The holy book, the Quran, establishes claim that both Jews and Arabs are people of Abraham. Muslims believes Allah's God gift of the Holy Land to Abraham was meant for Arabs. Mecca is Islam's holiest city, followed by Medina and Jerusalem. Jerusalem is the site of the Prophet Muhammad accession into heaven. To Muslims, the Quran is the word of God in which God expresses his will for mankind. And the word Quran comes from the Arabic word meaning recitation. It governs the whole of a Muslim's life and it describes and tells how a Muslim is to live his life. It sets out the duties of parents towards their children, of masters to their servants, and of rich to the poor. There are five pillars which are described in some part of the Quran, and all Muslims perform or adhere to the five pillars of Islam. These were these are faith, prayer, fasting, almsgiving, pilgrimage. I will explain this one by one. First, faith. There is no God but Allah, and Muhammad is the messenger of God. So, all believers believe in the statement of faith. Second, prayer. Muslim face towards Mecca and pray 5 times a day. May be done in a mosque or elsewhere. Must always face towards Mecca during prayer. Third one, charity, alms or giving. Responsible to less fortunate by giving money means all have to do the charity according to their capability. That is also called as zakat. Fasting during Islamic holy month of Ramadan, Muslims do not eat or drink anything between sunrise and sunset. This reminds Muslims that there are more important things in life than food, seen as sign of humility and self-control. The fifth pillar requires that Muslims who have the physical and financial ability should perform the pilgrimage, means they have to visit the holy place, or Hajj to Mecca at least once in a lifetime. They called it a Hajj.